October. Thank you for staying with us on Breakfast Weekend on Impact Africa Television. In this segment, we're looking at helping society's vulnerables. A lot of people believe that as soon as you've dropped that 20 naira, 50 naira, well, for some, they drop 1,000 naira. I've done my bit for the vulnerables in the country. And then they go to relax. Sometimes it goes beyond that. I'm not saying that's bad. It's good. You have something you want to give out. You have financial help. You have material help. Whatever it is, it's good. But sometimes, for some people, they want to do more. That's why we have the founder of the Ezekiel Yusuf Foundation, the person of Ezekiel Yusuf, Mr. Ezekiel Yusuf himself, and the Director of Medical Outreach of the foundation here with us this morning, discussing how they have been able to contribute their own quota towards helping society's vulnerables. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Thank you for having us.
I like your dressing.
Thank you.
I don't want to tell you that time. I want to tell you live.
Thank you.
I love your glasses too.
Thank you.
And your hairstyle.
And she smiles a lot.
I know, right? You're beautiful. It's good to have
the
you.
name has something to do with it.
Miss Joy.
Oh, okay.
Her name?
Yeah, her name
Anguli.
is Joy.
Yes.
Miss Joy. My name is Ayo. It
That
means joy.
explains. But you've not been smiling like that.
So we're discussing helping the society's vulnerables. Like I was saying, people just want to drop what they have on them, and not looking at more concrete or deeper ways of helping the vulnerables in the society. So for you, what changed for you? What changed that narrative of just dropping your arms and moving away? So.
Okay, first, my mother happens to be a very generous woman, and she would sell almost all her jewelries just to help anybody who is truly in need. And so that's where it started from. And then while I grew older, there was a day a beggar was asking for money, and then I gave him 500 naira. That was in 2005. And then as soon as I dropped it, he just said thank you, and then he looked at it, and then he picked up the 500 naira, like 500 naira, and he stood up. That was in Lasso. That was where it's called. And then he came towards me and said, thank you very much. Thank you. It's an awesome.
I hope it wasn't a blind beggar.
No, not at all. And said thank you very much. I think he had one of his arms amputated or something,
okay.
And so he was very grateful. I was like, wow. What that told me was perhaps he never got that kind of amount at that time. Then somewhere in Shomolu, some mobile policemen were harassing a particular man, and everyone was quiet. They couldn't do anything about it, and I just dropped from the car. I was working with a company, and then I told the driver to park, and I went to them. I said, you're beating up this man. This is not fair. And they were like, who are you? I said, never mind who I am. I said, you shouldn't treat this man this way. And I stood there until I saw that they treated him properly, and then they put him in the vehicle. They said he was drunk, he did something. And so that really struck me, and I wasn't happy that they were treating humans like us, like that. Another instance was somewhere around Parkview, Ikoyi. I saw a woman pushing a small girl in the scorching sun, begging for alms, and then you see them put a kind of picture in front of the child that they need this, they need that. I also parked because the car was driving. I told the driver to park, and I told the woman, this is not fair. This child is going through pains already, and then you put that same child in the sun. And so I told them, I brought out all I had. I said, this is enough for the day. I gave it to her. I said, please go home. And then the third one was somewhere in Obanikoro. And so these were the three major instances. And so the one that really just said, no, enough is enough, was the one that happened in Akwete, the 8-year-old child. As soon as that one happened, and after I'd given the woman all that I also had, because I wore my dark shades, so I was just crying, and then, I said to myself, I didn't have to do something. We just have to do something. We can't just continue like this. And so I told my wife, I said, henceforth, when we're getting food stuff, we need to get extra for those that I need. And so there was this man in the area who had an accident, a Mikra driver, and so he couldn't fend for his family. He had 5 kids and a wife. And so this woman in the area that I had asked that please help us look out for those who I need in the area, give us a list of some students who are also in need. And so we made it a duty that every month.
Secondary students?
Police students. Polytechnic students. And so this driver, and then there was this other man, a cleric too, who had some very, very tough times. And then there was a deaf and dumb husband and wife too, who also had issues. So we made it a duty that every month we would provide them with the basic food, and then sometimes we give to them cash. But what really motivates the foundation is to see the smiles on the faces of these people. That's the profit. to see them smile, to say that they're happy, it's what really, triggers this idea of helping people anytime, every time, anywhere.
Okay, Miss Aoli, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, how did you get into the foundation?
Okay. Someone introduced me
Okay.
to the foundation, and when I saw the vision, his vision was to work with the community to create a healthy living for individuals, especially the ones that are vulnerable, which are the elderly and children, of course. And then I bought the idea. I kind of liked something like that because I have this passion of when I see people happy, I just feel satisfied. I don't feel hungry. I can go a long day.
Wow.
It's unconsciously until someone had to tell me, and I'm going a long day, and I'm just feeding people, making sure they are happy, doing whatever I can do, and I realize that you haven't eaten anything.
Is it because you're a medical doctor?
No, actually, there's this drive. Okay, since when I was very little, I saved. My mom got me a small piggy box. Okay, no, I won't call it piggy. My one was rectangular, metallic, and there was a little open on top of it. So any money I receive, I drop it into the container. At the end of the year, my mom would take it to the market. I'll tell her what I would love to buy, maybe books or toys or foodstuff. My parents will add, and then Christmas Day or New Year Day, my parents will drive me to any orphanage around.
Wow.
And then we distribute what I have. We play with the children, play with any of them, say the little things I know about academics or anything just to make them happy, and I am so fulfilled. It gives me this joy. I can't explain it, but
So when you heard about the Ezekiel Yusuf Foundation for the first time, how did it resonate with you?
to me I was like, wow, that's good. I'm ready to work.
Okay.
I'm ready to assist in any way I can.
Okay.
Not about money, but impact.
Exactly.
When you do something that there's a change in the life of people, just see them smile and they're like, thank you. It's enough.
Oh.
Is it really enough though?
To me.
As a doctor, I know that a lot of parents will say, be a doctor, you make money. Be a lawyer, you make money. So if you're doing this, it really isn't for anything material that you're getting back. It's just for the, fulfillment as a person.
Yes.
How do you juxtapose, getting your own financial gains? How do you make ends meet for yourself?
Okay, I would like to correct something. I'm not a medical doctor,
Okay.
but I'm a medical practitioner. I have an MSc in hematology, study of blood. So
Okay.
I kind of have my way around within the medical practice.
Okay.
So I'm a research assistant.
Okay.
I write papers and all that. But the area of making impact in the lives of people, changing lives, has been something that has been in me from the beginning. So it's something I can do without feeling bad or waiting to get the feedback from anybody. Finance or material, I don't want it to tell me thank you. I'm just happy that
Doing it.
someone is happy.
Mr. Ezekiel, you've said so much about how this thing started. Now, for the foundation itself, how do you operate? What do you do? Is it just about giving them food? We want to know how your foundation operates.
Ezekiel Yusuf Foundation is a charitable organization that does two things primarily.
Okay.
One is we work with communities to provide free medical and health care for the disadvantaged, for the less privileged individual, and on these occasions we also provide them with any other thing that we feel that they need, that we can afford. And then the second thing that we do is we promote the development of young minds in achieving their potentials intellectually, entrepreneurial-wise, creativity-wise, in helping them to become a value-adding individual, as a member of their local community, as a member of their family, and as a member of their international family. And so we feel that the first thing that defines a young man or anybody is his mind. And so that's what the foundation also seeks to do, to help individuals direct their energy into adding values, into become producers rather than just consumers, and to let them see that life is beyond just getting a good job or having a good business, have a house, have a car, and then I'm able to take care of all my
So
bills.
how exactly
How do
do
you
you do
achieve
that? Do you
that?
just call them and talk to them one
Okay.
on one?
All right.
How do you do it?
The first thing we did was I'll take Akwete for example. Akwete is an area that looks like someone would call it's the forgotten part of Ibadan, and so I said we've not seen anything like this in Akwete area. We've not had any free medical outreach, and so we said to ourselves, okay, October 1st is a public holiday, and we'll pick this particular day for medical outreaches. And so we had the first one last year where we put up the adverts everywhere, and people came in their numbers. We had over 300. There were over 32 medical personnel. Thanks to our director of medical outreach, she brought them, and so we were able to got the drugs, and the doctors came around and they took care of them, and they were very happy. Some people came as early as to 7. Some people had arrived as early as to 7. They came in the numbers. It was strictly for elderly persons, people above the age of 50. We equally gave them free glasses. And talking about motivation, at some point I saw some of the elderly persons wearing the glasses. I met one in a particular church. He said, "Thank you so much, sir. This is the glasses I'm wearing." I felt so fulfilled, and so motivated to even do more. And then the other aspect of our outreach, which is developing young minds, we've been for some time now. We've been going to churches to talk to pastors to give us time to talk to the young minds, because that's where most of them are. Most young people are in the churches, are in the mosque, so we seek the opportunity to just talk to them and encourage them. We've had quite a number. We had one in Mokola. Yes, the power of an idea. That was sometime in August, where we talked to the young people and encouraged them. The other one was adding value to the community. That's New Covenant Church, somewhere in Akwete area. And then we have a whole lot of other ones that we are going to do in 2019. We've picked October 1st as the day for medical outreaches. That's where we do our medical outreaches. The glasses didn't go round because those that came were way more than the glasses available. So we're going to have another medical outreach, but this time it's just going to be for glasses. We'll be giving glasses to those we had promised. We came with 60, we gave all the 60%, but we still have a number now of about 100. We give food. When the time comes, we will cook food and go to give people who are hungry, and then seminars, conferences, and all that.
This all sounds really great.
Yes.
But I'm thinking at some point, somewhere there are challenges, there are impediments, one or the other. Which ones have you encountered so far?
Okay, when we were going to do the October 1st medical outreach, everyone was like, let's do small. Let's do small somewhere. I said, Akwete is a big place. We can't do small. If you're going to do it at all, do this thing so that you can reach a good number of persons. I said, so we picked a particular venue, and so we're looking at attending to over 300 persons. And so we got the list of all the consumables, medical consumables that we're going to use. So I went to some renowned individuals, some of them even in politics, and then we talked to them. And all we got was, we're coming. And then at some point it began to look like you were beginning to constitute a nuisance. Then we withdrew. And then you know the way the society is, maybe because of the low level of integrity. People are thinking perhaps there's more to it, it's a way for you to make money and all that. So we withdrew, and then we said to ourselves, for people truly to believe in what we're doing, perhaps they need to see us do 1, 2, 3 of all these programs, and then when they see it, then they know that these people are for real, and let's see how to support them. So lack of acceptance, or should I say lack of belief on the part of those we are going to meet for support is one of the challenges that we faced. And then another one was we had issues with everybody wants to make money. We want to use your venue to give people free glasses. And you have to pay us. Everybody wants to make money. We're doing this thing for free, and you still want us to pay for the venue? That was another challenge. Other challenges, perhaps logistics in getting everything set and all that. But we thank God that it's all been good, and we're encouraged to go farther beyond what we can currently even imagine.
So how have you been raising funds for these projects you've mentioned?
Well, I've been using my money so far. And
You must be very rich.
He looks like a rich man. Now why are you saying he must be?
No, I need to see it to his face.
See the way he laughs. It's those rich men.
It's a deep way.
Yeah, it's from the throat. It's like I'd like to be like you someday.
Well, we grow up.
very much.
So really,
on the
how
most
do you
how
do that?
do you raise funds for these projects?
Well, it's strictly my money. Well, so as not to sound proud, God has been helping us. And with the resource that He has given to me, we've been able to set aside some. And I want to say a very big thank you to my wife too, who has also agreed that out of the limited resource, that we're still able to set some aside to help people, you know. And so for now, it's just been God, and we've been managing the little resource that we have in getting these things done.
For you, do you have another thing you do? Do you have another job that you do aside from being the director of the foundation?
Okay.
Within the foundation?
Within the foundation, not yet, but not yet.
So
What
how's
do
it
you
been
do?
getting your
I mean-
getting your own part of the your side or department in the foundation running?
Okay, since we do it every first.
Okay, it's
October.
basically in
For
October.
now,
Yes.
it's just
Okay.
October first. But this year we have so many things that we have to do. That is
Okay.
really
Before October?
Yes, before
Okay.
October. So I think when it's time we'll let you know.
I know. I want to know. For example, he's using his money. I want to believe that the team, you know, in one way or another, contributes
Contribute
as well
something.
to the success of the foundation and whatever outreach you guys come up with.
Okay.
How do you contribute then?
Okay, hard work. Just our time.
Okay.
He, with God's help, He brings the money.
Okay.
So we create time, we sit down together, planning, organizing,
Mm-hmm.
implementing, following up everyone, our delegates and everyone who we need to be present for the program, and then we pray for success.
What's the vision? Let me ask Mr. Ezekiel Yusuf now. Where do you see the foundation? When you think about the foundation being at its best,
Yes.
what do you see?
All right, I see the foundation taking very good care of everyone who is in need. Particularly, we're starting with Ibadan. The foundation hopes to set up something like an eatery where there is food made available for every individual who is hungry. So just to walk in, come in, eat, and if there's any other thing that the foundation can do for you, then we'll help you with. The foundation is hoping that we want the foundation to become a household name, particularly, let's say, in the southwest, where we're able to reach as many persons as possible, giving them food. The foundation hopes to, at the beginning of every session, we hope to give all students, particularly in public schools, school bags, exercise notes. We want to help youth, particularly undergraduates in the polytechnic, in the universities. After we've had our seminars, we have conferences where we bring in professionals, talk to them. The conference is one of the things we intend to do in 2019 anyway. And then these individuals are people that would come around, would like to have like a road walk, maybe a particular Saturday in a particular quarter of the year. Everyone will wear particular shirts. Then we're all going to have banners and posters. We will jog from a particular place then to a place. Take, for example, somewhere from Songo, for example, to where we have GT, Ajibade, where everybody carries a poster that says "Giving is living." You know, Nigeria is a great country. We're wonderful people. We love you. Love is one thing that is scarce, even though everybody professes it. So that's one thing that the foundation hopes to achieve in the nearest future, and we're hoping that then we would have been able to get a very good location where we have become so known in Ibadan for helping, strictly for helping. Seminars, conferences, medical outreaches, giving of food, giving of school bags to children, and to help as many persons as possible.
And we pray that that is achieved in, you know, even a nearer than that future that you're looking at.
Amen.
Thank you so much for being a
Amen.
part
Thank
of
you
the
so
show.
much for coming.
Wish you
Thank
all
you
the
very
best.
much. Thank you.
We'll take a break.